So we're starting off laying down tonight in any kind of position that is comfortable and allows you to relax. So if you've been sitting a lot, try knocking your knees together with a little bend in them. Another thing that might help if you tend to hold your tension in your inner thigh, your hip creases, you can put your feet together with bent knees and drop your knees apart. So try one of those, maybe a little bend in your elbows allows you to scoot your shoulder blades underneath your heart. Just take a little time to be very still and quiet. Give yourself some time to transition from life off of the mat into practice mode, where you're doing your best to remain rooted in this moment. Noticing big breath, you can cultivate this huge inhale that expands your whole torso. And a huge exhale that pulls everything inward towards center. So want to feel the torso really inflating and expanding. And compressing as it deflates. Make the breath nice and loud in your ears. Keep breathing deeply and stretching it out second by second, making the breath a little longer, a little more complete each time. And then we'll play around with holding the breath at the very top of the inhale. Take it all the way up to the top, maybe sip in a little more. And hold it. And then exhale completely. All the way to the bottom. Press out more and more and more. Keep going. Keep going. Hold. Inhale completely. And then try maybe 3 or 4 more rounds of that breath. Okay, just be playful with it. Just kind of find the bottom, find the top of the breath. And see if you can stretch that boundary out by holding it. Maybe one more, just like that. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then allow your breath to come back to a more normal rhythm. But keep that same sense of depth, okay, of expansion. And hopefully just as a result of that deep breathing, you're already feeling some space having opened up in your chest and maybe your back too. So start to press your upper body down. Okay, if you haven't bent your elbows yet, maybe make a goalpost out of them at this point and really press them into the floor. And we'll start pressing down into the upper body and doing some windshield wiper movements with the knees. So you can bend the knees more. Maybe bring the feet in closer towards your hips. And then maybe start to walk the feet away from each other to find that perfect distance between them. as you windshield wiper your legs. So really gently bringing some life and some warmth to your hips and low back. Maybe activate this a little more as time goes on. You can feel the hips warming up. Maybe press the knees downward a little more firmly. And then next time the knees point up, pause there. We'll pause and we'll just pick up the right leg and drop it all the way over the left. So your knees are now crossed. And you could single cross here at the knee, or if you prefer, you can double cross at the ankle and tuck your right foot behind your left. Your choice. So pick your feet up off the floor here and make sure that your shoulder blades are really grounded, your upper body is strong, and we'll start hovering the legs side to side. Remember to breathe as you hover. Pull it through center. Hover on the other side. So you find a little rhythm that suits you. And notice how this feels. Notice where you feel a sense of lengthening. Notice if you feel limited in any way. Starting to look away from your knees as they drop. You can deepen this twist all the way up to the base of your skull. Keep the legs hovering. And the next time the knees point out to any side, really any side at all, let them fall in that direction. You're looking away from them, so you have this fabulous twist here. And let's just breathe and enjoy it. If you want to, see if you can lengthen your spine a little bit by moving your shoulder blades away from your hips and putting them back down. Think of arching your spine upward as you ground the shoulder blades. And use your strong belly muscles pulling in here each time you exhale. Maybe one more big breath in here on this side of your twist. And then pull it back in through center. Keep the legs crossed like they are. So the right leg will still be crossed over the left. And we're just dropping the legs to the other side, whatever side you didn't do last. Maybe pick your shoulder blades up, move them a little further away from your hips. And then ground them back on the floor. Look away from your knees. And just breathe. Long spine, inhale. Heart arches upward. Shoulder blades down. Exhale as your belly button pulls inward. Keep it going. Okay, the more you lift your spine up off the floor, the more effective your twist will be. Maybe one more big breath here in this twist. Really nice on your outer hips, okay, your glutes, and your low back. So let's bring it back in and then uncross your legs. Let's take a few more windshield wipers. Feet wide, dropping the knees side to side. Notice how that feels. And next time your knees point up, pause. And we'll just pick up the left leg and drape it over the right. So we just switch sides. You can single cross just at the knee, or you can double cross at the ankle, your choice. Either way, pick your feet up, ground your upper body, and start to hover the legs side to side. So remember to keep breathing and ground your shoulder blades to help your core move your heavy lower body around. So the more stability we have up top, the more mobility we can have in the low back and the hips. Next time the knees drop to any side, okay, you know we'll do both. Just let them drop there and hold. We'll just enjoy it. So you might pick up your shoulder blades, make your spine longer, and then look away from your knees. Arch the spine upward off the mat as you press down in your shoulder blades. Then each exhale pulls that belly button to your spine. Maybe one more breath in this twist. And then we'll bring it back in. Keep the legs crossed, left over right. We're just going to do the other side. So drop the knees to the other side. Look away from them. Maybe pick your shoulders up, lengthen that spine. Just breathing here. Spine arches up, belly button in. All the same cues apply for your supine twist. Maybe one last breath right here, feeling really nice and open in the low back and the hips and the chest at this point. Bring it back in. Okay, untangle your legs and let's bring both knees in towards your chest. One hand grabs each knee. And let's circle out knees. Think of stirring your leg bones, your femurs around in your hip socket, okay, your acetabulum. Real big circles. And then rewind your big knee circles. Okay, from here, keep your right knee and release that left foot back to the floor. Okay, both hands around the right shin. We can squeeze the right knee in towards your chest. So looking for some tension in that hip maybe, you can kind of massage and roll it out. And then let's switch this to a figure four. So if you take your hands off of that right shin, flex the right ankle, and drop the right ankle on that left knee. You can push the right knee away from you here, but check it out. We're not pushing the right leg with our hands. We're just using the strength intrinsic in the right outer hip. So as the right outer hip works to move the knee away from you, you feel that inner hip opening up. So enjoy that. Decide if it feels good or if it's too much. Okay. If you want to hang right here, please do. Okay, if you want to open up a little more, here's what you can do. You can pick up the left foot and you can grab fingers interlaced behind the left thigh. Remember, the right leg is all on its own. So it's tempting to kind of help it out with your elbow, but that's not the point. Okay, let the right leg do its own thing here. Pull the right knee away, all on its own, and just breathe. You can start to squeeze the left knee closer to you, trying your best to get your shoulder blades down. Okay, and I'll give you one more thing that you can kind of play around with here. So maybe you grab onto that right foot with one hand, maybe two hands, grab the right foot, and you can let the left leg either go on the floor or you can let it hover. Play with that, decide what you want to do. And then maybe we can hug the right foot in toward the heart to the point that it'll hook into the left elbow. Maybe the right elbow comes around the right knee. Then we can relax shoulders onto the floor. You may want to bend your left knee here. You might want to extend it. Really want to invite you to find what you like here, whatever makes more sense. A few more breaths into that right hip. Right, we hold so much tension in our hips, so you might feel a lot of intense sensation when we release tension there. Okay, as long as you don't feel any pain, I want to invite you to stick with it and just allow it time to release, but no pain. Maybe one more breath into your right hip, releasing any little bits of tension left. And as you're ready, release this right leg. We can put the right foot back on the floor and just rest it. And then we'll get the left knee in. Interlace fingers around just the left knee and squeeze it in towards your heart. Maybe move it side to side. Kind of deciding how that left hip crease is feeling. Is it sore? Is it feeling great? We always need to gather information like that. Okay, once you've let that hip crease open up a little bit, let's let go of the left leg. Okay, it's on its own now. Remember, flexing the left ankle, which is on the right knee. We can start to move the left knee away just with the strength of the knee. Of the hip, okay? Just with the strength of that left leg. So take a moment here. You can just start to push the left knee away, all on its own with that outer hip, and just hang out. Or maybe deepen it by picking that right foot up. The right knee will bring the left foot closer to you, and that deepens that opening. Hands behind the thigh, the right thigh maybe. And remember, as your arms pull your right knee closer, the left knee is moving away. So a figure 4 stretch. Okay, if you want a little bit more, you can grab one or two hands onto that left foot and either extend the right leg to rest on the floor or to float and hover. You decide. Start to pull that left foot towards you. Okay, release expectations about the hips. If you got any, just let them go. It's more fun without expectations. And perhaps today we get an elbow on the left arch. Perhaps today we get a left elbow on the left knee, and we can sink down into it. Remember to bend your knee if you want. Allow yourself to come on down. Hold your leg into your chest. Okay, any sensations in that left outer hip, just try to be with them. Whatever comes up, just notice and breathe. Unless there's pain, then back away from pain. Hips are intense. Maybe one more breath right here to that left hip. Go ahead and let all that go. Release the left leg. Oh. Okay, shake out your legs on the floor. Notice anything different about your hips and low back. And then tuck hands behind knees. So we'll need to bring the knees in toward your hands. Hands tucked behind your thighs. And we'll rock it up. So from here, just point your knees out to one side and we'll come to hands and knees. So I want to get your wrists a little bit stretched out here. So remember, you can do one hand at a time or two. It's really up to you. But flip your palm up, fingers point at you. And try it out. If one hand is okay, try two. Okay, and then with that, we're going to do some cat-cow. So lift your belly button in towards your spine. Pull your heart forward with your big inhale, so big heart moves between your arms. And as you exhale, push the floor away. Lift your heart, lift your belly button, and look at your chest. Maybe drop your head. Shake out your head. And let's do a few more rounds. Inhaling, heart forward, cow posture. Exhaling, press it back to a cat posture. So remember, while you're here, maybe just close your eyes. You're looking for places you can let go. So you're rolling into every corner of your spine, your back, your front, and you're finding places that feel maybe stuck or sore that you can roll extra space into. Maybe between your shoulder blades. All right, and then next time you inhale and pull your heart forward into a cow posture. So heart pulling forward, inhale, hold it right there. Exhale completely. Inhale again. Exhale completely. Take a few more cow breaths here, lifting your belly button as you pull your heart forward with your hands. Maybe one more big breath in. And exhale, push the floor away up to your cat posture. Hold here. Inhale completely into your back body. Exhale completely. Take a few more breaths with me here. Big, deep cow breaths or cat breaths. Maybe one more big breath. And then release all of that. If you were stretching out your wrists, bring them back to normal. Whew. All right. We really have to take good care of our wrists because we use them so much day to day. All right. Take your knees pretty wide here, friends. Install your hips over your knees. And we're just going to walk the hands out really far. Go ahead and come down to your forehead here. For a puppy pose, right? Anahatasana. Close your eyes. And just breathe. So here in your open heart posture, think of lifting your belly button towards your spine. And notice if that allows you to open your heart a little bit more toward the floor, which is what we are looking for here. We're looking for a little extra heart space. So maybe you're coming up on your fingertips, lifting your palms, and see if you could peel the heart a little bit more open to the floor. Maybe your elbows are lifting. And just find a nice little extra space between your two collarbones, maybe in your throat. Like you wanted to put your armpits on the floor. Maybe 3 more breaths right here, peeling open your big chest. Two more breaths. Last one here. Okay, really long in the spine. And then walk your hands back up underneath your shoulders. And we'll get a little bit more twisty here. So find your tabletop position. And then inhaling, push into your left hand, reach up with your right. So you're going to get a really big across your chest. Then with your exhale, reach the right hand all the way under your left side. Go so far that you can put your right shoulder down next to your left hand. And we're coming back up on the inhale. So push the floor away. Inhale. Sweep yourself up and open. So can we just do that a few more times, just at your pace? Whatever rhythm suits you. Exhale down. Twist. And inhale up. Okay, try closing your eyes. And keep your spine long as you do this. Think of your tailbone always moving away from the top of your head. Of course, when we're twisting, one of our priorities is a long spine because we want extra space as we wring it out. Okay, next time you come down, hold there. The right shoulder has landed near your left hand. And you can just rest your head on the floor, looking over to the left. So you might just stay right here, moving your tailbone away from the top of your head, enjoying this little inverted twist. Or you might decide to reach up with your left hand and you can look at it if you want. Okay, think of peeling open your chest, maybe twisting deeply here. Enough to wrap your left arm all the way across your back and maybe grab your right thigh. You can kind of use it like a handle. Breathe as your tailbone moves away from the top of your head. Long spine inhale. Belly button to spine, exhale. Maybe one more breath here. All right. Unwrap yourself. Bring it back up to hands and knees, and we'll just switch sides. So same thing on the other side. This time, inhaling up with your left hand, open to the left. Maybe look up. Bottom elbow is soft. And exhale, thread the left arm all the way under the right. See if you can tap the left shoulder near your right hand. So close your eyes and take a few more at your pace. Slow is nice because you can really control the movement and you can fit the breath in. Notice where you tend to rush this, okay, and go extra slow where you feel tempted to rush. Maybe one more up. And as soon as you get down, then just hang out right there and we'll just settle in. So left shoulder lands by the right hand. And we can just stay like this, okay? Thinking the tailbone is moving away from your head, of course, so your spine stays long. Or you can turn it into a little bit more of a twist by starting to look up at the right hand, which is reaching up. So you're deepening your twist, and you can even use the bottom arm to press into the ground like you really wanted to open up your chest here. So possibly the right hand drops all the way over your back, and you can grab onto your left thigh and kind of pull on it, okay? Use it like a handle. Breathe. long spine and strong belly in your twists. Last breath here. All right, untangle yourself, come up and out of that. And from here, let's take the right foot forward and just drop it by the right hand. Okay, walk this right foot over to the left and we'll take it into a pigeon posture. So dropping the right knee, come all the way down. So use your hands here. Okay, keep yourself upright in your pigeon long enough to really set it up. And take your time setting it up because we'll be here for several breaths. So we want to really enjoy it. So make sure the top of your left foot, the back foot, is on the floor. That way you know the leg is internally rotating. And let's make sure the hips are level. All right. And make sure you have the right foot where you want it. You can bring it closer to you to make this more gentle. And you can bring the right foot further away. I wouldn't take it past your knee, though, to make it more deep into the outer right hip and the glute. Once you've arranged yourself, start to resist the floor a little bit with your legs. Make them strong. Okay, feel that as you resist with your legs, you can release a little bit more in that right hip. And then walk your hands out. Maybe you just rest on your elbows for now and hang your head. That's always nice, okay? Especially if you feel like the floor is very far away in this posture, just hang your head. But do keep your neck nice and long, okay? Make sure your shoulders are far away from your ears as you let your head hang. If you can come all the way down, great. Come all the way down. But keep resisting the floor. And take some more long, slow breaths here. You have time. This is a really nice time just to pause in your practice and observe yourself. We're being very still. Observe your heart rate, your breath. Observe body sensations and even little sounds that are happening all around you. Just be really present right now. Maybe take one last really long, slow breath in and out here. And then slowly start to peel yourself up. So no rush, really. From here, roll onto your right hip. So you're gonna roll, look over to the left a little bit. And then I'm just gonna have you sit all the way down with your left leg out to the left and your right leg bent foot in towards you. And I'll spin around. So I'm facing you here. So you've just rolled over onto a seat from your pigeon. Let the left leg be out there, okay? And you can take it as far out as you like. And let the right foot really curl in. Almost like you're in a half of a straddle, okay? And you can take your left hand to your right hip, reach the right arm up and over. So create a lot of length in the right side. Push down through the hip, reach up through the fingers. But at the same time, strengthen the shoulder by pulling the muscles in towards your shoulder. Okay, I want you to feel really active here. So start to reach that right hand over to the left. It doesn't matter how far it goes, just take your time. Okay, reaching. Maybe with each breath, you want to think longer spine. With each exhale, think of sitting the right hip down more firmly. So long spine on all sides. Inhale. Exhale, right hip firm into the ground. So keep breathing like this. Then you might find that gradually your right side releases and more, and you start to get really low in that left shoulder. So you have options. From here, you can keep your left arm across you if you enjoy the depth of range that this gives you. But if it's a little too much, don't worry. Just put your left elbow on your left thigh, and then it'll kind of limit your range of motion. More gentle. Wherever you are, just breathe. Lengthen your spine on the inhales. Drop into the right hip on your exhale. Maybe even looking up underneath that right armpit and peeling it open a little bit. Maybe one more really nice big breath in here. And with your exhale, let it go. Okay, we're bringing the right hand back down and let it push you back up. And we'll turn this into a little twist. So just pick up your right knee, point it up at the sky, and sit so that you're kind of facing out toward the left foot again. The left arm can hold the right leg. Right fingers behind you. Spine's a little longer as the right fingers push down. And hang out. Let's breathe in this twist for a little while. So remember all the things we know about twists. Long spine inhales. Belly button to spine exhales. Think of pressing down into the right hip especially. And if you want to deepen this twist even more, you can take left elbow outside right knee. Deepen that twist. Maybe one more big breath here. All right, roll everything back into center. From here, if you drop the right knee back to the floor, drop the left hand next to your right, you can actually spin it back to hands and knees, and that is where I will meet you. So back to hands and knees. Take a time to shake that off, okay? And then we'll get the left foot forward by the left hand. Walk it over to the right and drop the left knee. So setting up a pigeon on this side. Take your time. Stay up using your hands. Okay, make sure the back leg, the right leg, has the top of the foot on the floor. Hips are level. Okay, the left foot is where we want it. And we're starting to activate the legs downward, pushing into the floor. Then we can walk out and let our pigeon, who knows, maybe you take a little time just letting the neck lengthen out of the shoulders on your elbows. Maybe come all the way down. So push into the floor with your legs. Find your heartbeat. See if you could feel it here. Listen to every little sound around you. And feel your body kind of cooling down after the warmth of your practice. Releasing your final shreds of tension from that left outer hip here. Maybe one last big pigeon breath. From here, hands walk back up by your hips, and you can just roll onto your left hip, okay, until you're looking all the way out to the right in a seat in a little half straddle. So I'll spin around again to face you. Half straddle, friends. We have the right leg long. It's out there to the right, and the left foot curls inward. Sit up tall. Make sure both hips, especially your left, are connected with the ground. And right hand to left hip can keep us grounded. Okay, right side to left. Left arm is up. Inhale to get really long in the left side. And exhale here. Start to reach to the left. Sorry, reach to the right. Reach to the right slowly. With each inhale, you get a little longer on all sides of your torso. With each exhale, drop a little more into the left hip. So feel that left side opening up. So you can stay here if you enjoy the weight of your upper body pulling downward and opening up the left side. If it's too much, put the right elbow on the right thigh. It'll limit the range of motion and it won't be so overwhelming. Okay. From wherever you are, breathe. Lengthen your torso. Ground your hips. Maybe peel open that top armpit. Just finding big extra space in the chest and low back here. As you're ready, left hand comes down and you can press yourself back up out of this. And we'll turn this into a little twist. So pick up your your left knee, point it up, and then look out to square your hips off toward that right foot. Okay, so we've just changed the orientation of your hips, and now we're ready to twist. Right arm around the left knee, left fingers behind to make you taller. Long spine inhale. Belly button twists and pulls to your spine on the exhale. So I want you to use your breath here. Use the activities of the belly, okay, and the chest to get what you need from this twist. Big chest. Maybe deepen it with the right elbow outside the left knee. Maybe one more breath in this yummy twist, okay? Bring this back in. Okay, extend both of your legs now. Give them a shake. Nice work, friends. Let's roll it all the way down and rest. So tuck your hands behind your knees. Come on down. And you can lengthen out your arms and legs here into whatever resting posture suits you best. Maybe Shavasana. And let go of all control over breath, body, and mind. Let it all go. Let the breath do what it will. Let the mind do what it will. Allow all the tissues of your body to just drop into gravity. Surrender. Allow yourself to be pulled down by the earth. And bring your awareness again and again to your breath in this moment and any sensations from your practice that are swirling around. Give yourself this time just to be. No future, no past. Just this. And my friends, this is where I will leave you today. So please keep resting for as long as you can. At least 5 minutes would be great. Maybe take a nap if you have the chance. But thank you so much for joining me and for taking good care of yourself.